right. Shout out my boy Ryan Pictures, everybody. Yo, give him a hand. Yes. Been one of the consistent channels that we consider on this channel in terms of reaction material. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's something to point out, right? Today we are looking at 7 sinful creators versus 7 heavenly creators. I don't know how we can spin it. You could spin it in your own way. You know, 7 demons versus 7 angels within the YouTuber space versus within the streamer space, right? Everybody's a creator at the, you know what I'm saying? So got a video, a young segment that's going, you know, focus on the live streamers, and a segment that focus on the post producers. Let's put it that way, right? Yeah. Let's see it.
How the fuck I'm being locked out? When I'm standing in the gap with my clock out. On beach, waking up every morning about out.
Right, part two alert. Part 2 alert. Part 1 was the 7 sinful versus 7 heavenly streamers. Now it's 7 sinful versus 7 heavenly YouTubers, man. Go again. Ryan Pictures. Ryan got mad pictures, y'all. Right? Got so much pictures. We just gotta, you know, we gotta dive in. Let's go.
Perfectly represent the 7 deadly. There's 7 specific YouTubers who perfectly represent the 7 deadly sins of greed, lust, gluttony, pride, envy, wrath, and sloth. However, if you flip these upside down, you'll find another set of 7 YouTubers who represent the exact opposite, the 7 heavenly virtues. My name's Ryan. We'll be comparing YouTubers who represent the 7 deadly sins and their corresponding heavenly virtues, starting with gluttony versus temperance. The sin of gluttony is described as excess eating or drinking, which best describes Nikocado Avocado, a popular mukbang YouTuber. On the other hand, the virtue of temperance is often characterized as emotional restraint or self-discipline, which is best exemplified by the YouTuber Matt Stoney. Both Nikocado and Matt are seen to eat thousands of calories in a single sitting, but the difference in their weight is night and day. One is viewed as a 100.
They're both mukbang YouTube creators. But the one is, you know, looks healthy. Let's say looks healthy, and the other one looks not healthy. Yeah, he probably purges. The skinny one probably, you know, he like takes the things out. You know what I'm talking about?
130-pound respectable guy, while the other, a 350-pound gelatinous behemoth. So, what makes him so different? Nikokado's diet reads like a fast food menu on repeat, as showcased in his videos. He often indulges in large portions of fast food, processed snacks, and sugary desserts. These foods are typically dense in calories, but lack essential nutrients, leading to an imbalance in his nutritional intake. On the other hand, Matt's diet emphasizes moderation and healthier choices. While he may consume large quantities of food during challenge videos, outside of these challenges, he focuses on balanced meals comprising of lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and whole grains.
Oh, damn. So he only does the unhealthy mukbang situation on screen, on camera. Then in his real life, he healthy than a motherfucker. In terms of his intake of, you know, the diet. Oh shit, okay, I see.
In an interview with GQ, Matt reveals that his meals are most often just protein shakes, a handful of almonds, some fruit and vegetables, and a slice of bread. On top of this, Matt's background in nutrition studies further explains why he knows how to stay healthy. But there's more than just food on the table here. It's also about the headspace these two inhabit. Nikokado's relationship with food also appears to be closely tied to emotional comfort and coping mechanisms, or at least that's what he wants you to think. Nikocado has an entire playlist dedicated to his breakdowns while eating, and while this makes it seem like he has a strong dependence on food, that's actually not the case. Nikocado knows that the more shocking the video is, the more viral it becomes, so he piles up more and more food for the thumbnail, knowing that this is what makes people click on.
What is that green stuff, bro?
That's actually not the case. Nikocado knows.
What is that green shit? Is that peas? Beans? What is it?
That the more shocking the video is, the more viral it becomes. So he piles up more and more food for the thumbnail, knowing that this is what makes people click on the video. And that's the thing, it totally works. In contrast, Matt approaches eating challenges as a professional rather than a means of emotional fulfillment. He views his participation in competitive eating as a career and accepts the challenge as a part of his job. That professional mindset could be a secret sauce for a healthier relationship with food, reducing the risk of developing negative associations with eating. eating.
Yeah.
Then there's the YouTube game plan. I already mentioned before that Nikakoto's content strategy simply involves getting the most views as possible at any cost. 1,000-calorie mukbangs, check. Bags of
Damn, at the cost of his life though. Health.
chips, check. And 20,000-calorie burgers,
What?
check.
That's what 20,000 calories looks like.
20,000?
Nikakoto will eat it all. With every bite caught on camera, he's potentially pushing his calorie count into the red zone, but at the same time, filling his bank
This man has no neck as a result.
account in the process. It's simply just a matter of knowing when to stop, which seems like what Nikakoto has had the most trouble with. Matt Stoney's strategy is significantly more controlled. His challenge videos are typically spaced out with a weekly upload schedule. This allows him to have longer periods between challenges to maintain a more healthier and balanced diet. By spacing out his eating challenges, Matt can better manage his overall calorie intake and ensure that his body has time to recover and adapt between sessions. At the time of this video, his last upload was almost 3 months ago. And let's not forget the exercise regimen, or rather lack thereof. Matt's commitment to regular exercise also plays a crucial role in offsetting the excess calories consumed during eating challenges. These help him burn calories, build muscle mass, and maintain overall fitness. Meanwhile, Nikakoto's probably clocking more hours on the couch or filming even more mukbangs rather than on the treadmill. In the end, it's not just about what you eat, but how you eat.
And this is the point that I was trying to make too, in terms of you know, when it comes to switch yourself off sometimes. Don't like try and do this thing 24/7 to a point where you don't switch this kind of motion off, where you constantly have to do the content. You constantly, even when the camera is not on, like you still doing what you do when you do your content. You know, I'm talking about in the sense of the mukbangs now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, okay, my previous example was with the streaming thing. You know, the subathon thing where 24/7 you're on camera. You can't even get to the other aspects of your human self that needs being tended to in the way it needs to be attended to. You know what I'm saying? So now you're constantly eating, even when it's not for mukbang purposes. You know, it's like the lack of that balance. Damn. You know, that's why I feel like, yes, this validates the point that I was making. Like, switch this shit off, man. Have a sense of like self-awareness. The point where you're like, no, like, I have to give my body some time to just like eat some healthy things. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, eat less things. You know what I mean? Work it out. Like, damn. Crazy.
Eat it, and the mindset you bring to the table. Matt's got their recipe for success down to a science, while Nikakoto might need to rethink his menu and mindset health issues down the road. It's because all of this that Matt Stoney takes the virtue of temperance, while Nikakoto remains the king of gluttony. Penguin Zero and Sneeko have always been known to have a strong rivalry between them. From controversy and disagreements, the two of them exemplify two very different aspects: humility and pride.
Oh, the two that was flashing these guns for their audiences and shit. That shit is not healthy at all.
Humility is described as the quality of being humble, modest, and down to earth. Meanwhile, pride is defined as an excessive love of one's own excellence. No other YouTuber best represents pride than Sneeko. With controversial views and a self-proclaimed realist mindset, Sneeko aims to challenge societal norms and influence his followers to escape the matrix through his content. Penguin Zero, meanwhile, is known for his humble and down-to-earth nature, setting a prime example of modesty and authenticity. He's not afraid to share.
Hey, but he got a potty mouth, this guy, dog. Damn. He got like the verbiage of you know, machete verbiage sometimes.
Embarrassing stories showing how relatable he is. Even when faced with heated conflicts, like his feud with Sneeko, Penguin Zero keeps his cool and responds with logic and humor. The conflict between Sneeko and Critical is a perfect way to answer why they represent their sin or virtue. When I revisited their beef 2 weeks ago, we explored what exactly led to Sneeko to threaten Charlie's life with a gun.
Voice Critical, you wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips.
But a quick summary, in August 2020, the feud between them was marked when
No lie, that was weak as shit though. That was cringy as shit. You respect the Sneeko, I mess with Sneeko. Some of his content, not the cringy parts of it, right? I respect some of his views, but this was bad.
Penguin Zero criticized the controversial Netflix film Cuties, sparking a heated exchange with Sneeko.
The fact that Cuties is on Netflix is nothing shy of a crime in my opinion. It is actual softcore child
Sneeko would then make his own video praising the movie while indirectly insulting Charlie.
Wait, he praised it? Yeah, see, this is the parts that I'm talking about, you know, when I mean not everything. It's not everything that I respect about Sneeko views.
Instead of calmly addressing issues, Sneeko resorts to aggressive tweets and physical challenges. While Penguin Zero admits his mistakes and values integrity, Sneeko often refuses to acknowledge his own flaws, preferring to keep up a tough guy image.
You got going on the Pokemon cards.
Yeah, y'all heard of the whole thing that he's top G now? He stole Andrew Tate's whole top G thing.
Your pale face, the G Fuel fridge, the zero drip, the fact you just look like you look at the curtain pulled all the way down. You need to get some sun.
The whole situation would take a dramatic turn, as Sneeko would challenge Charlie to a fistfight and would even threaten his life with a gun.
3 months you have continued to melt down about this. The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was joking with them, saying like, oh, you guys must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at Sneeko's stream, right? Welcome, cucks, that kind of shit. And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, oh, you're in Tampa, right?
This is such a weak ass moment. Look at this man, bro.
I'll come see you, waving his gun around and
That's
dancing.
Goofy. That's so goofy.
You wanna watch my clips?
Cringy
Watch my
shit.
clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips.
However, the controversy would be quickly ended.
That's when Penguin was like, yo, those ain't clips, those mags, bro. Get it right. While he's flashing his
by
big
Charlie,
boys.
when he points out all of Sneeko's
His
past
big gun.
controversies, shutting down all of his
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This was a hard one. No damn.
accusations, and did something that would shock the internet.
Because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said, watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a f***ing imbecile. You absolute buffoon.
Imbecile.
What you have there is
Absolute
not
buffoon.
clips. These are mags.
Oh,
They're
shit.
mags, not clips, you absolute f***ing dummy. The same way that this
Oh my god. And then he gets the big boy. Oh shit. Yo, you absolute imbecile. You absolute buffoon. These is mags. What are you doing? You absolute fool.
is also a mag.
Oh,
They're all
shit.
mags. Stop saying clips, you look stupid here.
Since then, the
Oh,
drama
so he's like correcting him while showing him, nigga, I got bigger guns, nigga. What you wanna do? Oh boy. That's crazy.
between the two of them has simmered down.
Overall, the whole conversation went in a totally different direction than I expected. Of course, he's still very passionate about some things, and we still fought on quite a few things, and the reality is there's just a lot of things that I don't see eye to eye to him on with some of the things he talks about.
Right.
But overall, I really walked away with a very different impression of Sneeko.
But one thing still remains certain, and it's that Charlie will always be the most humble YouTuber, while Sneeko will always suffer due to his pride. During YouTube's boom in the early 2010s,
Hey, and I see he's a YouTube streamer now. Moved away from Kick. Was it Kick or whatever? Party? Whatever the fuck. Yeah, he streams on YouTube now.
some of the biggest content creators on the platform
Just a little sidebar.
rose to fame. Two of those being PewDiePie and EDP445.
shit.
The main difference between them? Well, one of them is a married man who's dedicated to his family, while the other is a confirmed pedophile who had been kicked out of YouTube.
Absolute buffoon.
This is exactly what makes PewDiePie a great example of the heavenly virtue of chastity, while EDP is the opposite, being the human equivalent of lust. Chastity is described as complete fidelity to one's husband or wife during marriage, or refraining from any sexual activity that's considered immoral. Lust, on the other hand, is someone who often suffers from strong cravings or desire, often of sexual nature. EDP445 was a popular YouTuber, known for his explosive personality and often controversial content. However, his career would soon be destroyed as one by one, allegations popped up against him. These allegations were by various girls, talking about how EDP had groomed them while they were underage. But the true catalyst that led to EDP's downfall came immediately after the cupcake incident. On the 18th of April 2021, EDP was caught trying to pick up a cupcake.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
However, when EDP arrived, he was instead confronted by a group of people who were all a part of a massive sting operation set up to expose him. The people confronted EDP about his interactions with a decoy 13-year-old girl that the team had set up. This included inappropriate messages.
No. Fell for a decoy 13-year-old. Damn.
and videos, all sent by EDP to a girl that he thought was underage.
You know, nothing that was going to be involved, because I'm not like that. You know, well, obviously the text messages and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was.
The situation quickly became one of the most infamous incidents in YouTube history, and as a result, EDP slowly lost everything. Both his main channel and second channel were terminated, and he struggles to find new jobs or even places to live in. Since then, EDP's career has been shrouded in mystery.
And on top of all of that, he's grappling with the weight. And like, this is crazy, dog. Like, this kind of stuff like just shows you, because it's in how people choose to present themselves. That ends up exposing, you know, their decision making. You know what I'm saying? And being a man, you know, especially in your older years, you still make decisions like that. You know what I'm saying? I know a whole lot of people would attribute this kind of character like to just, you know, childhood traumas and being damaged and victimization. But like, if you roaming freely like that, as you know, among civilization and civilized people, bro, but you still, you know, exhibit those kind of things, you feel me? Especially like just unshamedly so, man, come on, bro. It's like, yo, we need not make an excuse for you at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's like, it's crazy. So it should have started, you know, it should have started from him just like deciding to lose the weight, bro. Maybe like his thinking wouldn't have been so what is this, degenerately clouded. You know what I'm saying? By just like his obviously his weight making him sluggish, making his decisions, like decisions that he makes, he's slow to just like seeing when it's a fucked up decision that he's making. He's slow because like his whole energy is affected by the fact that he's sluggish, because now he's too big. He's big as fuck. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? It started from just like, you know, like from the opportunity for you to make the decision earlier on, the decision to do the right thing right earlier on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It exposes like how people just make their decisions, right? You can see just by how they present themselves. You know what I mean? You can catch it before it happens. Be like, alright, you know, let's not fuck with this guy. But I mean, shout out to the guys that ended up baiting him with that, you know, with that whole play, because now, you know, he was exposed, and yeah, he's banned from the places he's supposed to be banned at and getting, you know, the treatment he deserved.
Some people stated that he had been arrested, while others say he's taken small side jobs to keep himself afloat.
So you know, he's also been in prison. Like, it's you know, decision making, bro. Decision making.
Meanwhile, despite living in different countries, PewDiePie and his now wife Marcia kept their connection alive through daily chats and calls, showing how much they cared for each other. Because PewDiePie was determined to see Marcia in person, the two of them managed to move in together.
How's it going, everyone? My name is PewDiePie. The reason why I haven't been uploading videos is because I'm in Italy with my girl, and I'm having a great time, so you should be happy for me.
As PewDiePie navigated through controversies in his career, Marcia remained a constant source of strength. Her unwavering support during these tough times showed the depth of their relationship. Together, they faced challenges head-on, only growing closer as a result. PewDiePie and Marcia's relationship is built on selflessness, kindness, and unwavering support, reflecting the essence of chastity in its purest form. Until now, nobody's really sure what he's been up to, but it's clear that EDP's YouTube career has been thrown under the bus, all because of his lust, while PewDiePie has since retired in Japan with his wife and newborn son. Being kind to one's partner could very easily extend to being kind to others, which is exactly what Corey X Kenshin exemplifies, and in direct contrast, how the sin of wrath best describes that vegan teacher. Kindness is described as a quality of being selfless, compassionate, and merciful. The sin of wrath, in contrast, is a strong feeling of hatred or resentment with a desire for vengeance against others. Vegan teacher exemplifies the sin of wrath through her explosive displays of excess anger, particularly in her YouTube content. While her initial videos started off tame, she later adopted a more sensationalist approach approach to garner views, often resorting to calling out famous influencers in an aggressive manner. Despite her intentions to promote veganism, her confrontational style alienates potential followers and undermines the seriousness of the cause.
2 brand new Feastable bars, milk chocolate, and
What? Milk chocolate.
What the fuck? She was a vegan guru? She was a vegan guru and she looks like that. And obviously following her, you trying to look like that. Come on, bro. Have some respect for yourself, please, boys.
Milk chocolate comes from a cycle of violence. Are you okay with that? Then stealing the milk that belongs to them? The f is wrong with you?
Meanwhile, Corey Kenshin demonstrates patience and kindness.
I ain't gonna lie, W Corey, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know.
Through his consistent advocacy for mental health awareness and social justice initiatives. Despite facing personal challenges, such as the need for frequent breaks from content creation, Corey Kenshin always returns to make a positive impact, both on his audience and through charities all over the world. Even his commitment to addressing issues like unfair video monetization on YouTube reflects his patience.
I'm not gonna lie, look, check it out. I know, you know, this video may attract, you know, people who may be potential content creators, maybe small content creators, you know what I'm saying? I'm part of y'all, you know what I'm saying? We in this together now. So the one thing that I did learn from Corey Kenshin though, is because since you're a content creator, obviously you have this one thing where it's like you might feel a burnout or whatever, you might feel a burnout building up, you know what I'm saying? You might feel the need to take your break and shit like that. I feel like, you know, Corey right here is one of the people that helped me not to be nervous, you know what I'm saying, be scared, because now you feel like, yo, these couple of views that you maybe gain, those 50 views, 100 views, couple thousand, you know what I'm saying, you coming up. So you feel like, yo, if I dip away because of my burnout, you know what I'm saying, the algorithm might just, you know, throw me to the wind and, you know, it's you know, over from me and shit like that. This man would take like extended breaks, you know what I'm saying? Same with Soluminati, you feel me? So but then I feel like it's because of his authenticity that now attracted, you know, people that are tapped in and resonate with that, they resonate with that authenticity that he's displaying, to a point where he could take like a 9-month break. I think there was one point he took like 9 months, came back, he was still like moving healthy out in this algorithm, right, in these algorithms. You feel me? Was like, instead they just flock more to his shit because they probably miss him, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's probably one of those things. That's cute as fuck. I needs that. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? Going a little, you know, 9-month vacation, come back, my people still flock to me, bro. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it just, again, the decisions that you make, he makes, you know, pure decisions that like are of you, of your authentic, organic nature, and you know, by default you will attract people that appreciate you for that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like forcing it and view botting and shit like that, and you know, making sure your numbers are up, you know, never taking a break. It's like, yo, you gotta be this machine that keeps uploading, keeps being present online. You know what I'm saying? Now, people like Corey Kenshin, man, yeah, bro, W.
Patience in tackling systemic problems over the long term. That's where the main difference between the two crop up. Corey Kenshin approaches issues with patience and understanding, focusing on long-term solutions and positive change. In contrast, Vegan Teacher's approach is characterized by impulsiveness and aggression, leading to conflicts and controversy. On December 30, 2020, Daz Games posted a reaction video where he criticized a vegan teacher.
The club, we're so glad you're in it.
I'm in the kitchen, all I want is chicken, so go
It says, yo, since she don't want us, you know, since she advocates for the non-consumption of animals, he's like, man, y'all trying to throw those animals out, nigga, yo, put them in my kitchen. Damn.
yourself.
Just a few days later, on January 2nd, 2021, Vegan Teacher responded with a video defending herself, but it only caused even more hate towards her.
Mr. Daz, you should be vegan. And you know why you won't be vegan? Because you're too weak.
And that's the main issue with that Vegan Teacher, her confrontational style of content. This has led to a lot.
So this whole veganism thing is about being strong versus not being weak. Like, that's the whole like mission. Well, according to the Vegan Teacher, Huh? I thought it was like protecting the, you know, protecting living entities, which is animals. No, you're weak. That's why you're not vegan. Alright, man. Alright. I must have read the room entirely, you know, incorrectly type shit. You know what I'm saying? My fault. Damn, I think something happened. Okay.
A lot of criticism and backlash, detracting from the credibility of her message and hindering her effectiveness as a vegan activist. In January of 2021, vegan teacher posted a TikTok about Gordon Ramsay where she sang a song parodying one she sang in front of a McDonald's.
3, 2, 1, sing! Eating animals is wrong, McDonald's. Hurting animals is wrong, McDonald's.
Gordon Ramsay. Hurting animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Share this song. And if you call me a donut, that's fine.
Vegan
as long as
donut.
you're vegan from now on.
The vegan teacher then replied with a
Nah, why was that so hard though? That was so hard though.
video that was taken down by TikTok.
What a reaction.
On March 19, 2021, Ramsay uploaded a video titled Gordon Ramsay Goes Vegan for Steak, where he announced that he was finally going vegan for lunch. In the video, Ramsay cooked the recipe. The vegan teacher misinterpreted Ramsay's statement about going vegan and sarcastically congratulated him in a song. However, when she realized he wasn't actually going vegan, she criticized Ramsay for animal cruelty, calling him
Talk about the devil. The devil's name is Gordon Ramsay.
Devil Ramsay.
You write to me and you tell me how Gordon Ramsay is different from Hitler.
Then, on July 6, 2021, the vegan teacher dropped a diss track against Gordon Ramsay on her YouTube channel. The video received overwhelming dislikes, with 11,000 dislikes compared to only 1,000 likes.
And by the way, why is Gordon Ramsay so despicably vegan-phobic when he could so easily turn it around and decisively be a vegan ally? Be vegan fantastic!
At the end of the day, Corey Kenshin remains humble and
That's the song? That's the diss track?
approachable, engaging with criticism constructively and encouraging his audience to respond with kindness. Vegan teacher, on the other hand, often reacts defensively to criticism, further fueling conflicts and reinforcing negative perceptions of her behavior. On YouTube, it's clear how many creators value and respect Corey, while most people just make fun of the vegan teacher. Because of that, it's clear to see how kindness will always pay, instead of being a wrathful person. Greed is described as a strong and selfish desire to have more of something, most often money or power, while charity, on the other hand, is described as a willingness or even desire to help others and better the world, no matter the cost to one's own self. Logan Paul's journey in the spotlight has been marked by a very prominent theme: greed. While he initially gained fame through his vlogs, his pursuit of wealth and fame seems to overshadow everything else. From questionable promotions to controversial stunts, Logan's actions often raise eyebrows and spark debates. His relentless pursuit of success at times comes across as driven more by greed than by a genuine desire to make a positive impact on the world. On the exact opposite hand, when it comes to making a charitable difference, MrBeast is a name that resonates with millions or even billions across the globe. His philanthropic endeavors on YouTube have earned him admiration and respect. Whether it's planting trees, feeding the hungry, or supporting individuals in need, MrBeast's generosity knows no bounds. His commitment to using his platform for positive change has inspired a wave of compassion among his followers. Through his elaborate challenges and giveaways, he not only provides financial assistance, but also spreads hope and joy to those facing hardship. This is what makes Logan Paul the personification of greed, while MrBeast is charity. One of the most significant differences between Logan Paul and MrBeast is their approach to fame and influence. Logan Paul's pursuit of fame often seems to be driven by self-promotion and attention-seeking behavior. While he does have a massive following, his involvement
Yo, y'all know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it. Quick word from the sponsors. The sponsorship we have to do.